Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about my search engine. So what my program does is it iterates over all of these files. Let me open one up for you. And you can see each file consists of news articles separated by these rooters tags. You can see they're in XML format. And this is how we know when one article ends and the next begins. You can see, I'll just show you the size of my file really quick. This might take a while, let me grab this. If I come all the way down to the bottom, we can see that each file is approximately 32.7 thousand lines long. And if we multiply that by 22 files, we have a pretty good idea of the data size here. Now, how the search engine works, instead of iterating over all of the terms every time that we make a query, which would be very slow, especially if we had a bigger data size, like if we were parsing the web, it is going to iterate over all of the data only once and parse all of the terms. So for example, it's going to take a word like Viacom, store this in a hash map as the key, and the value of that key is going to contain lots of information about the terms, such as which articles the word is found in, how many times it's found, how many times it's found in each specific article, and just information like that. Let me open up the search engine for you and I'll just show you. So we can see that there's 42,500 terms in our dictionary. That's it's pretty large, I think, considering these are unique terms which do not include duplicates. There's three different kinds of searches. The simplest being the intersection search. So if I type in a query, let's try World Trade Center, for example, we can see that it was found 7 times, and it tells us which documents it was found in and how many times it appears in each document. So if I take a look at the document 7186, we should be able to find the World Trade Center in here. We can see it here. It should be twice. Oh, here's the second time. So we can see that it does in fact work. If we are missing a few terms, say if I remove trade and center, we can see that we went from 7 times to over 2,000. And we can see it's in all of these documents. Another type of search that I came up with was the word starting with. So for example, if I were to put HYP, I can see hype was found, hyperinflation, hype. Oh, looks like there was a typo found. That's kind of interesting. Hypersonic, hypertension. So let's just look one of these up. 14,030. And we should be able to see hype in here somewhere. So if we scroll through, yeah, here's media hype. The third and the most interesting search, in my opinion, is the weighted search. Now this tries to find the most relevant article. So if I put in oil prices, for example, and I search that, it's going to find me the 20 articles that it thinks is the most relevant. So number 1 being 17441. If I look at this article, I can see it is in fact speaking of oil prices. Now if I try the next one, it should also be speaking of oil prices. And sure enough, yeah, it worked. Saudi Arabian oil minister committed to boost world oil prices. So we can see that it does work. And yeah, basically that's it. Thank you for watching my video. That's my search engine.